many mixtapes for you to double team a guy that's 5'8" and has crazy handles like that. He's going to find somebody open.
Trey Jefferson guarding Robinson as Stephen Bennett takes out Barry, and he gets his own rebound. Here comes Delani Robinson. Tigers are reset here, halfway through the first half. Tigers lead it 16-6. Jefferson to the lane. Jefferson off the glass. And Jefferson to the free throw line to shoot two.
Trey Jefferson is a guy that if he could, if he wanted to, better yet, if he had the opportunity to, if it was in his face, he can give you 20 every night, easily. I just think he could. He could be one of the best scorers in the SWAC, but you're playing in the Coach Davis system where you the point guard. But he's capable of giving you an easy 20 points each and every game in the SWAC.
Trey Jefferson to the free throw line tonight for the first time. On the season, shooting 66%. He adds to it, make the score 17-6. Something that sticks out to me on the stat sheet so far is the bench points from the Tigers. 4 points tonight off the bench. Stephen Bennett, the big man. Stephen Bennett from Indiana, putting in some work off the bench tonight.
And that's what's standing out for me on my side. I'm going to say Stephen Bennett because the way he's controlling that paint on the defensive side of the ball, he's not going to show up on a stat sheet. But what he's doing, impacting that defensive side in the paint, Pine Bluff is not trying to attack that. You know, as he come out the game, now you have Marvin Jones. Even though he has one foul, he hasn't fouled on the defensive side of the ball. That was an offense.
That's right.
So if Stephen Bennett and Marvin Jones could play the same, have the same type of impact each and every game, nobody's going to go inside that paint at all. If you do, it's going to be most likely it's not going to go in.
Giovanni Robinson, he gets it, top of the key for Steen. Steen going inside. Great steal, tip pass by Marvin Jones.
And we was talking about that.
Just talking about it. Zach Lofton comes away with it. Lofton to
Great move.
Oh, my goodness. Count it. Zach Lofton is just too smooth.
Looked like me when I was in 10th grade.
Let me guess, Stafford High School, right?
Stafford High School.
In Mo City?
Mo City, Texas. Missouri City, born and raised.
Akil here, student at Texas Southern. Junior, be graduating next year.
Look like spring 18.
Spring 18, all right, sounds good to me. 5-year plan, huh?
5-year plan. That was the perfect plan coming into TSU. The 5-year plan. I told my mom, I said, hey, in 5 years, we're going to make things happen.
Right here in this building, the H&PE Arena. He'll be grabbing his diploma. Make sure you come on out. Got mine here twice.
Twice. 2 times.
2 times.
Back to back.
Well, it was about 6 years apart.
Talk.
4 years apart, actually. Make it 5. Delani Robinson back on the push for the Tigers. To the free throw and to the lane. No good.
That was kind of questionable because you seen Kevin Scott and Jalen McLeod going. It was a 3-on-2 fast break. I would rather see Delani Robinson push it and then dish it out to either Jalen McLeod on the baseline or Kevin Scott that was trailing him.
Kevin Scott comes away with the rebound. Kevin Scott can jump. Marvin Jones trying to jump, and last touch there by Marvin Jones.
Happens at times, Zach. It happens at times. The great quarterbacks overthrow their tall receivers. It's all right. He's going to get it back together.
And Marvin Jones would be a tall receiver there on the football field.
Yeah, I've seen Randy Moss get overthrown a few times. So if he get overthrown in football, Marvin Jones get overthrown as well.
There's the Arkansas Pine Bluff Lady Lion basketball team as they just come fresh off a victory. Lady Tigers fell tonight. They'll have to pick it back up Monday versus the Devilettes of Mississippi Valley State.
Hey, got to pick it back up. They the Lady Tigers, Coach Hayes Perry. This was a reality check for them. You know, they got to pick it back up Monday against a team they lost to in Valley State on the road.
A quick offensive foul on the Tigers. It's going to be against Marvin Jones, number 24. Another media timeout on the floor. 20-10 your score. Fighting Tigers lead this one by 10. You're watching Fighting Tiger basketball here on the TSU Sports Network. Welcome back to Fighting Tiger Basketball here on the TSU Sports Network. Nick Strong alongside Akil Williams, Marcus Smith on the sidelines. We'll hear from him in just a bit. Tigers lead this one, Akil, 20-10. Pine Bluff Golden Lions with the basketball.
And if you're the Golden Lions, you do not want to be going down. This is a must. This is a big possession. This is a crucial 7 minutes for the Golden Lions.
Let's go quickly down to Marcus Smith on the sidelines.
We're at the halfway point in the first half, guys. Coach Marsh took over the conversation. He was just saying continue to work hard. You look at the scoreboard, the Pine Bluff Lions have only scored 10 points thus far, and that's something that Coach Marsh really loves. They want them to continue the defensive effort and continue to keep up their intensity. Back to you guys.
He talked about defensive, I like to call him the defensive coordinator of this basketball team, Coach Marsh. I mean, we know he's real tight on these guys when it comes to giving up first half points. He likes for it to be somewhere around less than 20, definitely not more than 20. And they're at the halfway point at 10 right now.
Halfway point on pace to only a line only less than 50 points from Pine Bluff, maybe. And that's a steal by Tolliver.
And that was not a bad steal by Tolliver. He kind of tipped it to himself in the backcourt. Got a chance on the wide open layup, and he was fouled going up. Kevin Scott there to make it interesting. Kevin Scott not giving up any easy two in his own house tonight.
Not at all. You shouldn't give up no fly zone. Don't allow any easy buckets. You know, it's still early. This, like I said, this is a crucial 7 minutes for the Pine Bluff Golden Lions. You're down 10. You need to find a way to pick it up on offense and find momentum on the road against TSU, which is very tough.
Tolliver, Joe Randall Tolliver from Jonesboro, Arkansas, shooting 91% before tonight. Was 10 for 11, hits 1 of 2, make it 11 for 13. There's Lofton, the no-look into Bennett. Lofton resets, has a smile on his face. He likes what he sees right about now. Here's Jefferson. Oh, my goodness. Left side, over to Scott going baseline.
Great shot.
One time for Lofton. Buckets. Count it.
Great. That was a great possession for TSU. Great possession. Great possession, great shot to finish it off.
Kevin Scott, Delani Robinson, and here comes the quick steal by Kevin Scott. Scott loses it, gets it right back off the glass. Rebound, Bennett gets his own rebound, and he'll go back up strong for 2. As we see that last possession there, we saw the three-pointer there by the Tigers. It was a lot of smiling on Zach Lofton's face. He liked what he saw in that setup there early on.
See, he liked what he saw, so he was on that left wing. He told the big man to move out the way. He seen it, but he didn't see it. That's why he passed it off, and then when he passed it off, he had a better shot. You know, if he would have took it himself, he probably never had that three-point shot to begin with. So he seen what he saw the whole time, and Golden Lions need to stop. They probably need to stop double-teaming Trey Jefferson because he's going to get out of that double team all the time.
Explain what you mean when you say he saw it, but he didn't see it.
See, when I used to play basketball, if I felt like I had a mismatch on me, I'm going to attack. But at the same time, I still got to play team ball because it could be a better shot for me at the end of that possession. So that was the IQ, the intelligence of Zach Lofton on that play when he got the three-point shot in the baseline.
So he saw it, but he didn't see it.
He saw it, but he didn't see it. It happens at times. It happens at times. You know, it's a mind thing sometimes, Nick.
Jackson going up strong, no good. Talking about some Tigers that kind of impress you early on here. Who's kind of looking good here for the Tigers early on?
I like Trey Jefferson. Trey Jefferson, he was my key player coming into this game. We all know that Zach Lofton is the premier scorer. We know that. Best player in SWAC. But in this game, he didn't start the first time he played against Pine Bluff, but had 10 points off the bench, and he was big and he was key in that game. This game he starts, and he has 9 points, 3 for 4 shooting, and that's the thing about Trey Jefferson. He's becoming more efficient now. Non-conference play, he was going 5 for 20, 9 for 16 and 17. He wasn't taking the best shots. Now he found the way to calm down, get into this system, and now he's getting rewarded now.
Zach Lofton looking for Kevin Scott. Tyree Bynum. Stephen Bennett on the rebound. Gets it out to Trey Jefferson. He'll reset the offense here. Trey Jefferson calls the play. All the way from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He sees an opening. He gets to the lane. Quick pass to Bennett. Bennett goes to the lane. And the Tigers lead here early on by 14.
This is where you're going to see a team back-to-back performances from TSU to be poor. They come in this game strong, up 14, up double digits with 5 minutes left in this first half.
Quick step back by Charles Jackson, counted. The sophomore from Cleveland, Mississippi, averaging 6.8 points a game. He'll help his average out tonight. Zach Lofton. Jefferson, no. Oh, my goodness. Gets it into Bennett. Bennett off the bucket. Bennett off the square.
I feel like ankle breaker's going to come soon in this game. I just feel it. I feel like ankle breaker's going to come. He's getting his guys in the air. I won't be surprised he get them full with the crossover today.
There's the pick set by McDyess. Charles Jackson again, counted from the outside, 17 points now for the Golden Lions of Arkansas Pine Bluff. They trail by 11. They're going to run 25. There it is, to the lane. Step back, floater, no good. Here comes the full court pressure. And there's a quick steal by Bynum. Bynum into the lane, rebound Jefferson. And that was a good defensive possession. Well, it was a good defensive move by Trey Jefferson to attack. And the Golden Lion tried to push it back to his teammate, Tyree Bynum, right there, and got the steal for the Tigers.
That was smart for Trey to back it out. Even though he could have went up with it, that was real smart. And
look
what happened.
From downtown.
Look what happened. The patience of Trey Jefferson. He's only a freshman, redshirt freshman, playing like a senior in this game.
31-17. Tigers with a 14-point early on lead here. And whistle for the foul is going to be Zach Lofton. That's going to take us into our final media timeout of this half. 31-17. Tigers lead by 14. We'll be right back. You're watching Fighting Tiger Basketball on the TSU Sports Network. Welcome back to Fighting Tiger Basketball. Head coach Mike Davis having a conversation with one of the referees on the sideline. One thing that we know about Mike Davis, he doesn't mind, staying on top of the referees, making sure they call it both ways.
Hey, man, sometimes you might have to be successful in this business. You might have to stay on the refs. Hey, I ref the YMCA before. It ain't easy. I'm dealing with the 5-year-old kids watching them play basketball on an 8-foot goal. It ain't easy. The parents care about their kids. But in college basketball, Lord knows how tough that is. So I don't blame Mike Davis for staying on the referees.
31-17, Tigers lead it by 14 points here. Here's Giovanni Robinson. Charles Jackson from outside. Loose ball, here's Stephen Bennett. As he gets it off to Zach Lofton. Just under 3 minutes left to go here in the first half. The no-look pass to Bynum. Loose ball, here's Scott. Scott with the reversal. Count it!
And that's how TSU is winning the game right now. That's how they dominate. They get on the fast break. They're going to find an open man. but then they out-rebounded Pine Bluff. They out-rebounded them. So they out-hustling them on defensive side, and they out-rebounded Pine Bluff. So that's how they got this big lead.
33-17, Kevin Scott to the free throw line. Kevin Scott, a 74% free throw shooter, misses it. Here come the Golden Lions. They trail by 16, but what Golden Lion impresses you the most here early on?
Well, I'm looking at the Golden Lions. I like Charles Jackson. Even though he's coming off the bench, 6 points, he's being aggressive. He's just not knocking down the shots because coming into this game, they second in threes. And they just not knocking them down. You know, so I feel like nobody's just standing out for Pine Bluff. But I have to pick somebody. I'm looking at Charles Jackson.
Charles Jackson, the sophomore guard from Cleveland, Mississippi. 6.8 points per game, leads the team in three-point percentage, Akil, with 43%. 71% from the free throw line. So he's got a stroke, he's got a shot. He is a six-man, obviously, also.
His three-point contribution to this team is just like how Zach Lawton's contribution to the free throw line is. Because he can get to the line 20 times a game, but then, you know, we look at Charles Jackson, he's 31, the best three-point shooter in all of SWAC right now. But it's a key stat that stands out to me. 12 points in the paint for TSU over 4 for Pine Bluff. 12 points off of turnovers to only 3 for Pine Bluffs, and 10 second chance points. Because like I was talking about, they out hustling the Golden Lions right now. 10 second chance points to 0 for Pine Bluff.
Offensive rebounds also play a part in that. Trey Jefferson turns around, did not even know he was around the ball. And there's the turnover on the offensive side of the basketball.
Give it up. Got to give it up. As soon as you get that ball, give it up to Trey Jefferson. He gets working for it.
Tyree Bynum almost comes away with the steal, gets it over to Jaquan Lynch. Lynch right side to Jackson. Jackson driving, loses the basketball. Trey Jefferson all alone.
Okay. He can dunk it.
35-17.
he can get up there now. You know, I've seen him in person. He can get up there.
Was it over you?
No, I
okay.
never got dunked all day in my life.
Okay.
I move out the way. I ain't got time. I ain't got time to be on no poster. Get talked about it in rec center. Nah, I ain't got time for all that.
Stephen Bennett with the steal. Here comes Trey Jefferson. Sets it up on the right side of the basketball court. Just over a minute left to go here in the first half. Tigers lead it by 18. Trey Jefferson leads all scorers with 11 points. Kevin Scott
Great move.
puts it inside the bucket. 37-17. Tigers have a 20-point lead here early on. Head coach George Ivory of the Arkansas Pine Bluff Golden Lions not happy about it either. There's Bayless. Bucket.
You can clearly tell that within these days after they lost to Jackson State, they've been working on defense. The way they're moving on defense, you can tell it's a big difference. Because giving up over 70 points, Coach Davis and Coach Marsh don't like that. So you can clearly tell by the way they're moving on defense with the help defense. They've been working on that throughout the whole week.
Here's
Great
Jefferson to
Great
Bennett.
pass.
And Bennett puts it in right before the half. Long court pass, or shot actually. And the Tigers take the lead by 20. We'll hear from defensive coordinator, head coach, or assistant coach Donnie Marsh. Marcus Smith to catch up with him, but the Tigers in that half just a little bit too much for the Golden Lions.
Too much moving around. This was going on. Pine Bluff is moving they going to the right speed limit. But TSU is going over the speed. They're going 90 and 60 right now compared to Pine Bluff's 60 speed limit. That's how they move. Too much footwork on the defensive side for TSU, and the points turnovers is converting to points right now for the Tigers.
Marcus Smith catching up with defensive coordinator and assistant coach Donnie Marsh.
Mark Smith here with Coach Marsh. Coach Marsh, 20-point lead at the half. What are some things you like defensively out there from the Tigers?
Energy. That's what it's all about for us. If we're playing with energy, guys are kind of scrambling around. We're getting to places. We're doing some doubling in the post, and guys are rotating. When we're playing with that kind of energy, we're limiting them to one shot, no second opportunities. That's what I liked about it.
And then offensively, something we didn't see too much from the Jackson State game, but just talk about the selflessness of the team so far in this first half.
You hit it. I mean, we're a team that's got to share the basketball. If we share the basketball, make the extra and sometimes the extra pass hard to defend us because now we're shooting layups or wide open shots.
All right, Coach, good luck in the second half. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Back to you guys.
Yeah, and he had a point, talked about selflessness and, just a lot of energy out there for the Tigers in that first half.
A lot of energy. And like I said, they going over the speed limit. Somebody got to come get a ticket. They going 90 and 60 compared to Palm Bluff's going the perfect speed limit, only going 50.
39-19 your score. Staying in the first half here at H&P Arena. Tigers lead it 39-19. You're watching Fighting Tiger basketball here on the TSU Sports Network.
This is where crisp, smooth, refreshing Bud Light happens. But it is right here that it becomes an invitation. Making this not only 12 ounces of refreshment, but also 12 ounces of inspiration. To be more up for whatever than ever.
Bud Light.
The perfect beer for reading and unleashing a whole world of whatever in the name of a ridiculously good time. If you're up for whatever, look for your message on Bud Light bottles. Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens.
Think.
Question.
Cut.
Compare.
Learn something new.
Debunk something old.
Hit a wall.
And think again.
Model.
Plan. Spin.
Discard.
Now breathe. And keep going.
Work till it's late.
Then early.
Then late again. Smile.
Laugh.
Rest.
Regroup.
Use technology.
Use your hands.
Use everything you've got.
That's what it takes.
Define the fabric of a team. It's not selfish. It's not boastful. It's about many, sewn together to reach one common goal. But in order to win, you must learn to work together.
Welcome back to second half coverage of the Fighting Tigers and the Golden Lions of Arkansas Pine Bluff. Nick Strong alongside Akeel Williams and Marcus Smith on the sideline. 39-19 your score, Akeel, and the Tigers are running away with this one.
Running away with it. Too much energy. They playing with too much momentum. You got the crowd involved. You at home. This their playpen. It's hard to win here in the first place anyway. So TSU, like I said, they going over the speed limit. Too fast, too much for just for the Golden Lions in the first half.
Golden Lions trail by 20, and they'll get the ball first to start the second half here. If your head coach George Ivory and the Golden Lions, what are you telling your team in the locker room at the half?
Don't do what you just did in that first play in the second half. Don't do little turnovers like that. Little turnovers like that, you know, is going to get you out the game and make this lead bigger for TSU.
And obviously, if your head coach Mike Davis on the other side, you want to keep running the score. Well, not necessarily running the score, but you want to keep doing what you're doing, and you want to capitalize on all the defensive or all the offensive mistakes of the Golden Lions, which they just did with the alley-oop from Marvin Jones.
Keep it up. Don't let up. Do not let up. You up 22 points. Hey, I've seen strange things happen. You know, I've seen it happen in this home court. They do not want to let up. Keep it pounding. Keep pounding on the Golden Line because you barely won the road game by 7 points. You just lost the game against Jackson State. So take it out on the Golden Lions at home.
Here's the off-balance shot and quick rebound by Barry as he throws it off Marvin Jones. Last touch by the Tigers. It will be Golden Lion basketball under their own rim. All-Star Weekend in New Orleans. Three-point contest. Skills competition, slam dunk contest. Did I see, was it Kyrie who won the three-point?
Eric Gordon won.
Eric Gordon.
Eric Gordon won.
From the Rockets.
From the Rockets. You know,
That's
he
right.
beat them out 21-18. He hit 6 money balls in that game, in that three-point shootout. Klay Thompson was the favorite. He got knocked out in the first round.
Wow. Tolliver. 41-19. Just under 19 minutes, and here comes Bayless. And he knocks out the first three of the half. 41-22 as they cut the lead down to 19.
Pine Bluff right now down 19. They got to find a way to get some momentum. They got to find some type of momentum-changing play if they want to somehow get back into this game.
Here's Delani Robinson from three. 44-22, and he runs the score back up to 22.
It's very hard to beat a team, to beat a TSU team, a Coach Mike Davis team that's going to roll. If everybody's scoring on TSU, it's very hard to beat them. Too many scores.
Deshaun Bayless high off the glass, running into the lane. Make the score 44-24. They're going to trade baskets back and forth. As Kevin Scott drives into the lane and he resets, takes the off-balance shot off the glass. Thought he was fouled. He's going to have to get back up and play, big fella.
Questionable shot. That wasn't the best of shots from Kevin Scott all night. He could have had a better shot. Let the offense run. Let the offense run. You didn't have to take that shot.
Delani Robinson thought he saved it. Not quick enough. Deshaun Bayless averaging 5.4 points per game. Tonight has already had 7 inside this contest. Here's Steen. And Lofton comes away with it. Looks for Jefferson. Running through 2 defenders.
There he go.
Oh, my.
There he go. Most electrifying point guard. Probably playing all of SWAC basketball.
We'll definitely see come SWAC tournament time. They'll all be showcased at the same exact time.
Come SWAC tournament, Trey Jefferson. It's going to rely on him. I've seen it happen last year with Southern. David Blanks, last 3 games wasn't himself at the point guard spot. Trey Jefferson has to be that main guy this year.
Another turnover offensively for the Golden Lions of Arkansas Pine Bluff. Golden Lions, Kennedy McKinney leads the team in turnovers per game, 2.2. Trey Jefferson has got to get across the timeline here. He's going backwards. Tigers lead by 22, 46-24. Just about 17 minutes left to play here in the second half. There's Lofton.
Great shot.
No good. Lofton with a smooth touch, cold as ice from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
That's a great city, by the way, too.
They'll host the Super Bowl next year.
Great city. I wouldn't mind going to that Super Bowl in Minneapolis. People say it would be cold, but hey, that's a
Well, it's an indoor stadium. I mean, it'll be cold up there. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
Texans will be playing the Cowboys, I'm sure, right?
Oh. Hey, look, Texans get Tony Romo. Yeah, you got some quit. You already got Super Bowl defense. All you need is get that offense together. Hey, you might compete with New England Patriots. Maybe.
Giovanni Robinson high off the glass, and he's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot two. TSU football getting some recruits in this past week, signing day. Signed about 25 new players, quarterbacks from Virginia and Tampa Bay, Florida.
Yeah, the TSU football team, because people have to realize TSU has the two best, by resume, has the two best coaches in football and basketball with Coach Mike Davis, what he done in Indiana and UAB, and Coach Haywood, one of the biggest turnarounds in NCAA football history, turned a winless team to a winning program in the University of Miami of Ohio. So congratulations on Coach Haywood with the signings. They have number one university in SWAC when it came to signing day.
Not to mention the top two linebacker core in the nation. Trey Jefferson shaking his own self. There's the alley-oop by Marvin Jones. 48-24. The Tigers extend the lead to 24.
Marvin Jones, a.k.a. Stretch, with the 7'9" wingspan.
Jaquan Lynch gets it to Robinson. Ten left on the shot clock. Bayless working on Lofton. Bayless from outside. Buckets.
If I'm lost, I would put a hand up. I understand he probably didn't think he was going to make that shot, but you got to still put a hand up with just Zach Lofton on that three-point defense. Talked about it, too. Defend the line. That's probably the only first three-pointer of the game, but, hey, still got to put your hand up. You know you got a 20-plus point lead.
48-27. Tigers lead it by 21. You're watching Fighting Tiger basketball on the TSU Sports Network. Welcome back to Fighting Tiger basketball here on the TSU Sports Network. Nick Strong alongside Akil Williams. Marcus Smith wrestling up the sidelines, 48-27. The Tigers lead it by 21. Just about 15 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here in the second half. And the Tigers are off to a good start here. Let's talk about those keys to victory early on, Akil, as Stephen Bennett missed the shot. Kevin Smith on the rebound. Goes off the glass, count the bucket. Let's revisit those keys to victory.
Well, for TSU, get back on track. Clearly they're doing that right now with a 23-point lead. That Jackson State loss is not in their heads no more. So they got that out the way. I'm 1 for 1 so far. Beat the Golden Lions early. They did that, and they still beating them. They're about 21 points right now in the second half with 15 minutes left, 2 for 2. Defend the line. They haven't gave up a lot of threes. Pine Bluff Golden Lions only shot 3 for 7 from three-point range, so they are defending the three-point line. As for the Pine Bluff keys to victory, keep the Tigers on their heels. The TSU Tigers kept them on their heels. They couldn't find a way. Too many turnovers. Second chance points, 12-3. TSU's dominating. Points in the paint, 26 for TSU, 6 for Pine Bluff. Attack. They was trying to be aggressive, but the presence of Marvin Jones and Stephen Bennett in that paint didn't have the ability or chance to have high percentage shots inside the three-point line. Knocked down the threes early. TSU was defending the three-point line too well. Coach Donnie Marsh worked with this team and this defense to stop the three-point shooting from Pine Bluff, and they haven't done that thus far in this game. I think I'm 6 for 6. It sounds like I'm another perfect keys to victory game. Look, Coach, I might one of these games for probably last home game.
Assistant?
You know,
graduate assistant.
Grad assistant. You know, I could be the Tom Thibodeau to the Doc Rivers. You know, we could do that. We could work something up. I'll talk to Coach Davis about that.
50-29, your score, and the Tigers lead here by 21. Tigers off to the races. Tigers sitting at top of the SWAC, although they lost last week early on this week to Jackson State. They still sit atop 10-2 conference record, 14-11 overall. They sit with Alcorn for the two teams with winning records this season over 500%.
Yeah, TSU right now, hey, Alcorn State is knocking on that door. They're coming. Alcorn State is the hottest team right now in all of SWAC basketball.
Yeah, you mentioned you like Alcorn State. They come from one of the smallest schools inside the SWAC, but they play real big.
Small school with a lot of heart, Nick. Alcorn is coming. They beat Alcorn early in the season. But, hey, this is a different Alcorn State team. They have a lot of shooters on Alcorn. We're going to see them at home later on this season. It's going to be a heck of a battle. Yeah, my championship preview.
Yeah, that'll be the last two games, this Thursday night, Saturday swing, Thursday night, and then that Saturday. That'll be the last two games in conference play. Trey Jefferson to the free throw line. Jefferson misses. And a little bit too strong there on the shot.
I think Trey like them double teams because he's so fast. I wonder what his 40 is. He is too fast on the court. Guarantee he could probably get to this court in like 3 seconds. He is too fast for Pine Bluff.
Wallace looks for Berry. Make it Bayless. And a quick foul. I think he's going to give it to number 15, Stephen Bennett. Tigers stand out of foul trouble tonight. Not many fouls on the floor for the Tigers.
Not many fouls tonight. That's a great thing. We talked about Marvin Jones getting the foul early in the game on the opposite side of the ball, and he managed to stay out of foul trouble. But the player, Stephen Bennett, you could say contributed to Marvin Jones not being in foul trouble because Stephen Bennett on the floor, Marvin Jones can be on the bench and more minutes and more rest. More rest for Jones, more minutes for Stephen Bennett.
Artavius McDice couldn't hang on to it. The son of former pro Antonio McDice. Not sure if Antonio McDice went to a SWAC school. I don't think he did, but it's good to see his son here
it's great
at a
to
SWAC
see
school.
We could do some research. We could get one of our people to do some research on that. What school did Antonio McDice go to?
Try to find out if Jalen McLeod can put it inside the bucket. Just couldn't do so. And what a steal by Trey Jefferson. Trey! He'll go to the free throw line to shoot the two.
Great move. I thought Jalen McLeod got fouled, but he didn't, obviously. But that was a great hustle by Trey Jefferson.
And Trey Jefferson back to the free throw line. Tonight already 2 for 2 on the evening. First free throw is up. First free throw is good.
TSU haven't really got to the free throw line as much this game. They still efficient at the free throw line, but they haven't really got there as much as we see accustomed to seeing them going 20-plus times per game.
Still have 53 points on the evening. Kevin Scott comes back with it. And did you see Trey Jefferson as he got up to the rim and tried to on the rebound?
He want to have his own highlight reel, his own dunk contest in this game.
53-29, just about 12 and a half left to go here in the second half. And a big spin move by Trent Steen, the junior from Forest City, Arkansas. Not sure if he's going to go to the free throw line there. They may have called it on the floor. Got to put it in, big fella. Here's McDyess back into the contest. And there's Kennedy McKinney. McKinney, the junior from Memphis, Tennessee. Here's Bayless over McLeod, the fall back. Great tip in by Artavius McDyess, the freshman from Columbus, Mississippi.
Went straight over the back of Trey Jefferson. Trey Jefferson couldn't do nothing about it. It's a long, man. We were talking about Pine Bluff Golden Lions length early in this game. This is a very long team in the Golden Lions.
Trey Jefferson diving on the floor. There's McDyess. What a steal by McLeod. And McLeod knocked it out of bounds before McDyess can put it in the basket. Media timeout on the floor. 53-31 your score. And the Fighting Tigers of Texas Southern cruising along. We'll be right back. You're watching Fighting Tiger basketball here on the TSU Sports Network. Welcome back to Fighting Tiger basketball here on the TSU Sports Network. Tigers lead at 53-31. Let's go live to Marcus Smith on the sideline. Has Coach Banks of the TSU women's track team.
Hey guys, I'm here with Texas Southern University track and field women's coach, Coach Banks. Coach, I understand we just came from the SWAC championship. Just tell us about that meet so far.
It was a good two-day meet for the young ladies. We've been practicing since September of last year, getting ready for this past 2 days of competition, and we went into it knowing that what we had to do, and they understood their task going into the meet on Thursday, did pretty well, and then finalized it on Friday for the ones that made it to the finals in the events that was just a final event on Friday.
And were there any notable individuals that we should just shout out that we should make note of, that we should keep in our minds for the TSU relays coming up next month?
Yes, we have Bronca Woods, long jumper. She plays second. Brianna Dockery, she plays third in the 200. Mariah Stewart, she's an 800 runner, sophomore. Miriam Pierre, she's a grad student, and she'll be competing outdoors in the hammer and javelin and discus. And Shamire Blake.
Coach, you got a bunch of names out there. I see you do a great job remembering everybody, each and every one, first and foremost. But this game right here, 24-point lead, what do you expect out of the Tigers basketball-wise? No comment?
No comment.
Back to you guys.
My favorite coach here, Coach Banks of the TSU women's track and field. The Flying T. She had no comment.
Had no comment. It was a good interview, though, by Marcus Smith. You know, track team, congratulations to that team. They one of the best teams year in and year out on the track.
Yeah, Coach Banks of the women's flying tee and legendary head coach Clyde Duncan of the men's flying tee. They do a good job out there on the track, you know, recruiting locally, doing it with our own talent right here from the Texas area. I had a good showing at the indoor track meet this past weekend. Had a great showing, by the way.
Nice.
TSU Relay is always a big event to look forward to in the middle of March.
Always with the track, TSU Relay. Going on since I was a kid.
Yeah,
year in and year out.
Going on from the middle school level to the high school level, all the way up to the college level, and even they bring back some amateurs to run. You know, even some Olympians have run inside the TSU Relay.
Exactly.
Zach Lofton creates his own shot. Oh, my goodness, 59-31. Zach Lofton adds to a 28-point lead for the Tigers.
Zach Lofton makes it look easy every time with the dribble between his legs. Kind of like, so much like Carmelo Anthony. Kind of remind me of Carmelo with the smooth, silky shot, the ISO ball, best ISO player in all of swag basketball, and Zach Lofton.
Golden Lions just trying to finish on a strong note here. They'll head to Prairie View Monday night as we'll receive the Devils of Mississippi Valley State. You talked about it early on. This isn't a trap game for the Tigers, but with Valley coming in on a good note, also defeating the Tigers last time in Itabena. Head coach Andre Payne, the former Wiley College head coach, he's got his team playing on a swivel down there in Itabena.
Yeah, I think the first game was more of a trap game because if you're a top team like TSU on the road to a school like Mississippi Valley State, that would be I would consider that, me personally, consider that more of a trap game. But for TSU, they're looking for revenge in that game against Valley at home coming Monday. Looking for revenge. They lost in overtime, giving up over 100 points, which is not TSU ball. I can't remember the last time TSU gave up, Coach Mike Davis gave up over 100 points in SWAC play. So look for TSU to do the same thing to Valley like they did to Pine Bluff in this game, avenging a loss.
Lamont Walker coming into the contest for the Tigers, and a quick foul there by Charles Jackson as he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Zach Lofton draws the foul for the Tigers. Jelani Robinson will inbound the basketball in front of the TSU sideline here. Zach Lofton on the season, 18 points per game, definitely up for SWAC Player of the Year honors.
My front runner for SWAC Player of the Year, because in conference play he's averaging over 20. 18 overall, but over 20 in SWAC play. Not only your best scorer, but your best player in all of SWAC basketball.
Lamont Walker had the alley-oop, brought it back down, went back up strong, and also got a foul to go along with it, a chance for a three-point play.
And before Lamont Walker's absence, Lamont Walker in non-conference playing very good ball on the defensive side of the ball. He's really a role player for TSU and great athletic ability on this play to get the and one.
62-31, and the Tigers extend the lead to 31 points now here. Here's another steal by Robinson. They've got numbers, 3-on-1. Here's Bynum. Bynum to the lane. Count the bucket, and he's fouled.
And you notice in this game is hands everywhere. A lot of footwork, a lot of help, defense, but a lot of hands. Athletic, long hands everywhere. Everywhere for TSU. They out there, turnovers is converted to points. Defense is turned into offense in this game. That's why they have a 33-point lead.
Head coach Mike Davis going 4 deep tonight on his rotation. Off the bench, we've seen Stephen Bennett. We've seen Jalen McLeod, Tyree Bynum, and Delani Robinson. How deep can he go tonight? Especially with the rebound game Monday night against Delta Devils of Mississippi Valley.
I want to see the freshmen get in this game. The young guys, McClellan, Granger, I want to see them get a little bit of action.
We may just see it tonight. The Tigers lead it by 33. We'll be right back. You're watching Fighting Tiger Basketball on the TSU Sports Network.
This is where crisp, smooth, refreshing Bud Light happens. But it is right here that it becomes an invitation, making this not only 12 ounces of refreshment, but also 12 ounces of inspiration. To be more up for whatever than ever.
Bud Light.
The perfect beer for reading and unleashing a whole world of whatever in the name of a ridiculously good time. If you're up for whatever, look for your message on Bud Light bottles. Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens.
Welcome back to Fighting Tiger Basketball here on the TSU Sports Network. Nick Strong alongside Akil Williams, Marcus Smith on the sidelines, getting all the local interviews, as we just heard from head coach, Mrs. Coach Banks early on, TSU women's track and field coach. She said no comment for the Tigers basketball team moving forward. I mean, they're up by 30 points, Akil, and they're doing everything right tonight.
Letting the action speak for itself. You don't need no comment. You really don't need one for this game, for TSU men's basketball team. Year in and year out, they're a top 2 team in the SWAC. There's really not a lot to say.
Delani Robinson will inbound the basketball. They'll go the long way. And here comes the full court pressure from the Golden Lions. There's the cross-court pass. As Lamont Walker brings it across the timeline, and Marvin Jones, actually Delani Robinson, gets to it. Trey Jefferson gets a rest as Zach Lofton and Delani Robinson will run the point. Bynum. Jones saves it. And that size 13 is just a little bit too big as he's called for the out of bounds. Actually, it's going to be a foul. Excuse me, check that.
Foul came before the out of bounds play.
And that's actually going to send the Tigers to the free throw line. They're at 8 fouls. They're inside the bonus. That foul is going to go against Giovanni Robinson with his first foul. 21 bench points tonight here for the Tigers, Akil.
21 bench points for TSU. We look at the bench production. 6 from Jalen McLeod, 5 for Bynum, 7 for Stephen Bennett, along with 2 blocks. But I'm looking at the points in the paint. Points in the paint and points off of turnovers. 36 points in the paint for TSU, 8 only for the Golden Lions, and 28 points off of turnovers for TSU, and 3 for the Golden Lions. The second chance points, 16 to 5 for the Golden Lions. Dominant performance all across the board for TSU. Look like they might pick up this win. They can hold on to the lead, which I think they should with 7 minutes left in the game. Great performance, great bounce back performance for the Tigers.
As Trey Jefferson gets to check back in, you talked about him being your key player tonight for the Tigers, and he leads all scorers still.
Leads all scorers right now, 16 points, Trey Jefferson. 6 for 9 shooting. That's the stat I like for Trey Jefferson. 6 for 9 shooting, having a pretty efficient game. He's being patient. Trey Jefferson he's becoming more patient as he come along with this offense. This offense, he's becoming more and more of a floor general point guard for this team.
To go along with 4 rebounds and 4 assists on the night. 68-31, just under 6.5 minutes left to go here in the second half. Wallace gets the rebound. And as we see, foul is on number 11, Delani Robinson. With 6 minutes and 18 seconds left to go, you know how significant that 6:18 is?
How significant?
June 18th is my birthday.
Huh. Did not know that.
Not many people do. I'm the Gemini of the crew. Wallace misses the first. And he doesn't miss many. He's 80% coming into this contest. Trey Jefferson and Jalen McLeod checks back into the game as Delani Robinson and Tyree Bynum checks out. Tyree Bynum, Delani Robinson, we see Tyree Bynum a senior, Delani Robinson a senior. We see Jalen McLeod is only a junior, and obviously Trey Jefferson, the freshman. Things are looking up at the guard position here for the Tigers.
I like it. I like for TSU the guard play. Year in and year out, Coach Davis finds a way to find the players. But then after they get the players, the question is, can the players buy into the system? And that's what I think is going on right now with the Tigers team. This team is still scary. Even though they lost a couple of games that you wouldn't expect them to lose, this team is still scary overall. And if the guard play could keep up going into March, we might see them going back to the tournament in a division that lost last year in the semis of Southern.
Last year the Tigers losing to Southern University. Southern going on to win the SWAC. Lost in the play-in game to Holy Cross, I think it was.
Holy Cross, yeah.
Tigers went 2014, 2015. They lost to Cal Poly and
Arizona.
Cal Poly and Arizona, respectively. 2014, Cal Poly, Arizona in 2015.
2014 with Eric Murray.
What a year. Also knocked off Temple that year.
One of the best scorers TSU ever had.
Transferred in from West Virginia University. Also, Eric Murray playing overseas now. Not sure where he actually is playing, but I know he was signed last time I looked up.
Yeah, he was. Along with a lot of other guys that was on the 2015 team. You have Malcolm Riley that signed.
That's right.
Yeah.
Omar Strong.
David Blanks is signed. Last year's team, Orlando Coleman's in Canada playing. Up for Rookie of the Year in this league, too.
Wow.
For his team in Canada in his first year. So the guys for TSU, we have Darius Gibbs as well that's overseas.
How's he doing, E? We know where he signed to anywhere?
Pretty solid. I'm not sure.
He is playing, though.
Yeah, me and overseas, I still got to do my
I mean, there are like 20
research.
leagues overseas.
20 leagues overseas, there's so many countries, so many leagues overseas, so I just know they overseas, period. And I only knew Orlando Coleman because he's still in North America, in Canada.
Stepping into the contest is Jamie Rutherford. He'll step to the free throw line, misses the first. Jamie Rutherford, also from the Midwest, Indianapolis, Indiana. Misses 2 of 2. And Lamont Walker going to be whistled for the foul. He's also from Chicago, another Midwestern cat. So I've counted 5 Midwesterners on this team tonight for the Tigers so far.
Coach Davis loves the guys from the Midwest.
Not to mention Zach Lofton from, Minneapolis. That's just as much as the Midwest. Make it 6.
Exactly. Coach Davis was at Indiana. He loved the Midwest ball. He finds a way to find them type of guys, the hidden gems.
One way you win is you recruit all across the nation, all across the world.
Yeah. Find the guys. And a lot of guys that don't get a lot of playing time at them higher D1 schools, why not, they come to TSU. They always do year in and year out. You have Zach Lofton, went to the University of Minnesota, didn't get a lot of playing time, go down to a team in HBCU and TSU. Other guys have done that in the past as well. So, TSU is the one team that players love to go to when they're not getting a lot of pub or not a lot of playing time at the higher D1 schools, in the Power 6 conferences, should I say, and come to the top HBCU basketball team in the country in TSU.
Here's a shot. And count the bucket. Marcus Wallace puts it in for 2. And a timeout on the floor. We'll keep it right here. 70-38 is the score, and the Tigers lead it by 32. Not sure if Marcus Smith has anybody else on the sidelines.
Marcus Smith he might find a soccer coach or something, cross-country guy. Marcus Smith will find them guys in the crowd. I didn't know the track coach was here. Great job by Marcus Smith. Nice suit today as well.
I'm just inspired to be like you, Akil. These suits that I wear, when I look in the mirror, I'm like, can I outdo Akil Williams today? Am I gonna outdo Akil today? And that's my main motive when I get dressed for these games, man. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you, brother.
You know what? I was trying to find it. I was thinking about wearing the suit, but like I tell you all the time, go to K&G to buy one get two free. I pull it out the next 3 home games. I pull it out Monday. I might pull out the blue suit. That's the most tailored one I have out the gray and the black collection. So I'll find a way. You see what Robert Harris Jr. can do the same thing as well. We all come suited and booted.
One of the things I like about here working it with you guys are some fresh students, man. Fresh, solid, Tiger-rific.
Hey, man, like I say, just try to get better each and every day. You can never stop learning. You can never stop growing. And guys like you, man, that's inspiring to people like me that want to be in this industry one day, get to the higher rankings and do what I got to do. I'm still in school, and the balance is the difficult one. Trying to find a balance, and it's working out so far. So far, so good.
Well, I tell you, you're already in the industry. Just remember that.
Yes, sir.
Jamie Rutherford, Jalen McLeod. Tigers lead it just under 5 minutes left to go, 70-38. Here comes Lofton as he has it stolen, but he gets it right back. No foul. And he goes up, and the Golden Lions come away with it. A quick steal here by the Tigers. McLeod looks for Jefferson. Jefferson has the numbers. He'll have to reset. Marcus Smith will find the player of the game after this contest. Whoever he wants, he gets.
And we talk about steals. 15 steals for the Tigers to only 4 for the Golden Lions. 15. Might hit the 20 mark by the end of this game.
Zach Lofton couldn't put it inside the iron. And some miscommunication there by the Golden Lions. And Jaquan Lynch is not happy about another turnover there for the Golden Lions.
24 turnovers for the Golden Lions to only 7 for TSU. Little mistakes.
Little mistakes lead to a 32-point lead here for the Tigers. 70-38 your score. We'll be right back. You're watching Fighting Tiger Basketball on the TSU Sports Network. (70-38) your score. And the Fighting Tigers lead this one by 32, young man.
32 points, dominant performances. Defense, defense, defense. And that's why they had this 32-point lead.
Trey Jefferson setting things up here for the Tigers. Jefferson leads all scorers with 16. Looks left side to Bynum. Bynum passed up on a shot.
Probably would have made it.
Here comes Lynch. Four minutes left to go here, and the Fighting Tigers of TSU cruising, looking for the 11th victory in SWAC play here. Here's Bayless. Rutherford on the boards. Getting set to check in there. For the TSU Tigers, number 32. I think that's Trayvon Reed. Excuse me, check that. That's Eric Washington.
Eric Washington. Mr. Washington.
Rutherford from outside.
Stretch big. The stretch big getting on the board. His first buckets of the game. The stretch big, James Rutherford.
Rutherford also from Indianapolis, Indiana. Mike Davis' old stomping grounds. Head coach George Ivory will suffer his 8th loss in SWAC tonight if this lead continues for the Tigers. And the Golden Lions, Akil, not a bad team. They just matched up against a good Texas Southern team tonight.
Right now, you take this loss now, you're going to 6-8. Prairie View's 5-7 right now. So, you know, you want to fight for that 8th spot. If you're Pablo, the thing is, Pablo's not a bad team. They're not a bad team at all. And we look at the stat line for the guys for Pine Bluff. Trent Stink coming into this game with the leading scorer, only took 2 shots, 2 points, 3 turnovers. He wasn't in foul trouble. So you couldn't depend on your main guy, your main scorer. You have to depend on Deshaun Bayless. 12 points. You have to go down almost your whole roster in this game. You used all your guys against a loaded. Not a lot of guys they play on TSU, but they just loaded overall with 8, 9 guys in rotation, 10 guys in rotation. So, you know, Palmer's not a bad team. They got to regroup come Monday.
And they'll have to face a team against Prairie View A&M University. Not sure the score tonight versus the Delta Devils of Mississippi Valley. Not sure what's going up 290. Less than 2 minutes left to go here in the contest. Tigers lead it by 35 as we see Jalen McLeod drive into the lane, count the bucket.
Too easy. Making it too easy for him. Jalen McLeod, TSU has a lot of scores. The main guy we're going to look at is Zach Lofton. But Kevin Scott can score. He can give you 12 to 15 a game. Jalen McLeod can give you 10 to 12. Trey Jefferson, 15 to 20 points per game. These guys, this team have scores all around. This is the difference between this TSU team and other TSU teams in the past. Last year's TSU team had shooters. This is guys that can shoot the ball, drive and kick, slash to the goal like Jalen McLeod and Trey Jefferson. These guys can do it all around. And if they get the chemistry rolling even more by March, then this could be a scary team.
Just under a minute left to go. Tigers looking for 80. And Jalen McLeod just couldn't give it to him. Lynch shoots the NBA range three-pointer. We'll have comments from head coach Mike Davis. We'll also have a player of the game selected by Marcus D. Smith. Ten seconds left to go on the game clock. 5 left on the shot clock. McLeod over to Eric Washington. Washington with the floater. Off the glass. And did it count for Lamont Walker? It did not. Nevertheless, 78-40 your score. And the Tigers bring it home. Akil, it was the Trey Jefferson show tonight.
Trey Jefferson show. All these guys shows really that defense created the offense. And we look at this team in TSU. Trey Jefferson, like I said, was going to come into this game being a main factor because he didn't start the first time they played against Pine Bluff. He's inserted to the starting lineup ever since during the conference play. Never looked back. Right now, we could probably say the best point guard in SWAC.
Yeah, along, not to mention Zach Lofton. You have him to go along with it. And then you got a big man by the name of Marvin Jones who's hungry in the paint at all times.
Hungry in the paint. You see a guy, Marvin Jones, and Stephen Bennett as well. If you can have them two guys on a consistent basis, having a huge impact in the paint on the defensive side of the ball. I don't see a number 2 team in Alcorn really defending that. It's going to be real interesting, but we can see come when they play each other later down the road.
It's the TSU alma mater. And it looks though Marcus Smith is going to interview the player of the game. I'll let him tell you who it is. I think we can all agree upon this one. As we look over to Marcus Smith on the sidelines. Go.
All right, Marcus Smith, I'm here with Trey Jefferson, our player of the game, 16 points. Trey, just talk about your performance out there tonight. How'd you feel?
It was better, more about getting my team open, trusting. I find them and trusting that they can find me tonight rather than looking for my own shot. So really just playing off of each other, playing off of what my teammates read. Teammates found me for good shots, and I knocked them down tonight, and I found players in return.
And, you hit it right on the nose when you're talking about that team aspect. It's something we didn't see in the Jackson State game. Would you say moving forward we'll get to see more team basketball from TSU and accumulate more wins that way?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I could say we probably been a team, but now we're becoming a family. That's different than a team. You feel me? When you're a family, everybody eats. Everybody eats. You know what I'm saying? Not just one eats. Everybody eats. One eats off each other. So just us feeding each other, off each other, we should build off this game right here. Us averaging 10 assists a game and us coming to the half with 9 assists just shows how we building right there.
And you got Coach anxious to talk as well. But final thoughts going into Monday's game against Mississippi Valley. What are your thoughts going into that game? How do you prepare for that game, knowing that you guys lost in Mississippi the last time out?
Last time we kind of mentally prepared wrong. I think this time every game is just the same. Every game we're not taking no breaks. Every game we got to stand on people's neck, no matter what the record is or what they did in the past. We just got to perform every night. Last time we played down to the level of competition, and I believe we're no longer doing that.
All right, well, again, man, congratulations on the win. Trey Jefferson, everybody, 16 points, 6 for 9 shooting tonight. He is your maroon and gray player of the game. Nick, back to you guys.
Yeah, Trey Jefferson said it best, going into the game Monday night, we've got to prepare for every game like it's a new game and it's a new day, because Valley did beat us last time, but at the end of the day, we have to play basketball. We put on our shorts the same way as they do.
He said it. No matter what the record is, you got to step on their neck. Not in a violent way, though, but we all know what that means. Keep pounding like they did tonight. They win. They had to score. There we go. They won. About 38 points, almost 40, and to a team that's 2 games under 500. This isn't a team like Alabama A&M that's struggling right now at 1-11. This is a team in Pine Bluff that can give somebody some trouble in the tournament time.
As we go to head coach Mike Davis as he makes his way over to Marcus Smith on the sidelines, we'll hear comments from head coach Mike Davis about this contest. Golden Lions, they'll head to Prairie View Monday night. They'll play a tough matchup. They're still trying to make the tournament, and like you said earlier, they're not a bad team. They'll actually be there. You actually may get a chance to face them in the first round if you're TSU, the 1 seed, playing against the 8 seed. And this is going to be a team that's kind of hungry, knowing they didn't have a good showing the last time in Houston, the place that they lost to Texas Southern.
Exactly. You look at it, and you look at Monday, you look at Valley. You give up over 100 points. That's not going to happen very often with TSU. Like I said, I can't remember the last time that even happened at all in the coach Mike Davis era. So, coming into Monday, they know what's at stake. They know in their heads, they know already they lost to this team. It's going to be in their head come Monday. And like what Trey Jefferson said, they're going to keep pounding and keep going. And they know at home, they're a tough team to beat.
Girls lose tonight. Boys pick it back up. And one thing we can say that we'll play basketball here Monday night.
Play basketball here Monday night.
I'd like to thank everybody that was watching out there tonight in internet land. Thanks to our production team, cameramen, sideline reporters, Carol Harper in the first contest, Marcus Smith in the second contest, Rob Harris, our color announcer in the first contest, Akia Williams, our color announcer in the second contest. Everybody watching out there, thanks for watching. As we not sure if Coach Mike Davis is going to make it. He's getting swamped right now. Everybody's talking to him. Everybody's getting an autograph.
You know, it's Coach Mike Davis.
Yeah.
It's a star. You know, the star could take his time. He could be patient. You know, we got to be patient. He go right here walking towards Marcus Smith.
And I think we're going to be able to get him right here. Everybody wants to talk to head coach Mike Davis. Everybody. Let's see what head coach Mike Davis has to say.
So here with Coach Davis. Coach, big blowout victory. I mean, how do you explain it? I mean, did you like the defensive effort from the Tigers tonight?
Well, I thought we did a great job on both ends of the court. Offensively, we shared the ball. We had 9 assists at halftime. We were averaging like 11 a game. Defensively, I thought we really played with a lot of energy. So both ends of the court was really good for us.
Then just rebounding from a loss at Jackson State, a really tough loss. Just what were some of the things you told the guys coming into this game that got them to play so well?
Well, no one fears us anymore. You know, they watch enough film on us to know that we don't play hard all the time. We don't share the ball all the time. So when you have that fear factor, you better come out and impose your will on the other team. So now the next team that watches us on film will see a different basketball team.
And one team, I guess we could say, that may not fear you, that's been watching you, is Mississippi Valley State. We have them on Monday. Now, we took a loss in Itabena, but what do you expect coming out here against them?
Well, the same thing. They're going to come out and play with a lot of energy. We have to match their energy, not make fouls early. Last time we got Zach, he only played like 18 minutes against them guys, and KJ got in foul trouble. So our biggest problem is, you know, Marvin, KJ, and Zach getting the early foul trouble. Never got to go to our bench and substitute. And so our guys got to stay focused and not foul.
Well, Coach, best of luck to you. Enjoy the rest of the weekend and get back to it, right back to it on Monday.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
See you.
Back to you guys.
That'll do it here from Houston, Texas, inside the H&P Arena. The Fighting Tigers take the victory over the Golden Lions of Arkansas Pine Bluff. I want to thank our production team, our executive producer, Jeremy Tillis, the whole athletic department here at Texas Southern, and our president, Mr. Austin Lane. For my color announcer, Akia Williams, and my sideline reporter, Marcus D. Smith, I'm Nick Strong. Thank you for watching. So long and good night.